Friends, we have a situation. I met a waitress with a tattoo that proudly proclaimed support cannibalism on her arm. When I asked her about it, figuring it would be similar to Eat the Rich, she was convinced that she was honoring an ancient Greek tradition. Friends, we need to talk about the stigma of getting your history wrong. To the Greeks, cannibalism was an absolute hard no of civilization. If you ate people, you weren't Greek. You were a barbarian or a monster like the Cyclops. Our myths treat it as a curse level crime. Tantalus was cast into Tartarus forever for it and triggered generations of tragedy for the house of Atreus. But here's the real irony. The Greeks actually had a word for tattoos, stigma. It comes from the verb stizing, meaning to prick or to puncture. To them, a tattoo wasn't an aesthetic choice. It was a literal mark used to identify criminals, outcasts, and runaway slaves. It was a visual sentence that said you had failed your community. By getting that cannibalism ink, our friend didn't just get the history wrong. She literally marked herself as a transgressor of the highest order. We don't want you leaving the dock with a mark of shame. So let's look at how to do it right. If you're going to use your skin as a canvas for your birthright, you have to follow Delphic maxim number 8, associate with wisdom. Instead of stating something you don't understand, look for symbols of responsibility. The owl of Athena for those choosing the best course through rationality. The hearth of Hestia, a reminder of personal stability and self containment. The caduceus of Hermes, not just for medicine, but for honesty in transactions and the power of language. The trident of Poseidon, for those who need to remember to observe the opportune moment and ride the emotional tides. This isn't just about ink, it's about the responsibility of doing the work to understand the truth before you make it part of your identity. As we'll discuss later in this season in our Persephone episode, we all have a shadow self, but the Greek responsibility is to acknowledge that shadow, not feed it, and certainly not to support it on the menu. So, if you're thinking about getting some Olympian ink, please check with your local boatman first. Don't let your birthright become a curse because of a lack of research. Keep your boat steady and your facts straight. See you out on the sticks.